Now, the more I talk about Scarlxrd with other people, the more I realize that there's a lot of different opinions on his music. I've kind of realized that it's extremely hard to be in the middle when it comes to liking his music, because you either love it or you absolutely hate it. But as you can see from the title, what I want to talk about in this video is the appeal of Scarlxrd. What exactly is it? Why do people gravitate towards him and his music in the first place? What makes the music and him interesting or different? So yeah, let's have a little conversation about my man, Scarlxrd.
I feel so serious. I'm loving everything I'm doing.
First of all, before we even get to the music, this is just an interesting looking person. If you're familiar with Scarlxrd, then you know that his entire image and fashion sense is a direct reflection of what you're gonna be hearing in the music. So technically, in a way, Scarlxrd is a walking snippet. He's not afraid of looking different, and that aspect of him is a big advantage of his, just due to the fact that the people who do appreciate his very different looking image, those people are most likely also gonna love what he has to offer in the music. And I say that because I see Scarlxrd as the kind of artist where it's hard to only love certain parts of him, neglect the other parts, and still enjoy his music. You either get the full package, embrace it, or you don't pick up the damn package at all. So when it comes to what his actual music sounds like though, this man definitely sticks out like a sore thumb. He's pretty much high energy 9 times out of 10 from record to record. He's very unpredictable, but he's definitely predictable if we're talking about how his music sounds overall, because the aggressive and rage infused theme is definitely something that he never leaves behind. Scarlxrd obviously falls under the category of trap metal, and there's a bunch of artists who fall under that category like Zillakami, who's been doing a really good job with that style. And then of course we have Suicide Boys, Ghostman is another one, and then let's not forget Bones, who isn't necessarily on the extreme side of trap metal, but he does have a lot of music where we can hear a lot of that style in it. But when it comes to Scarlxrd though, I think as of now, if we take a look at the quote-unquote average rapper in the rap game, he's definitely setting himself apart musically speaking. I know the only thing some people hear when they're listening to his music for the first time is screaming on top of screaming on top of screaming, and really nothing else. And to keep it real, on a surface level, that's exactly what draws you in. And when it comes to Scarlxrd, one thing that made me personally go from a first time listener to becoming a fan and staying a fan was the fact that he's extremely good at giving you a different experience every single time of the same thing, which is of course screaming. When you have such a predictable theme all over your music and you still can keep it interesting, I think that definitely goes for something. And that's why you see so many artists who do the unthinkable and make an entire 180 on their musical style in hopes of keeping it fresh and interesting for their fans. One example of this is of course Vic Mensa, who got possessed by Juice WRLD and became an emo rapper. Yeah, you might remember my video on that. And also, Scarlxrd is extremely consistent with his sound as far as giving you what you quote-unquote signed up for. Even though he might from time to time switch in between a more metal influenced sound like on Bands, or maybe on another occasion the rap and hip hop influenced side of him is brought to the surface way more, like on 4 AM.
Get to the bag. I've been away for a week. Hit it and laugh. I'm gonna be good if you leave.
At the end of the day, you're still getting the same product. You're still getting the same Scarlxrd. The only difference is he's channeling different parts of his artistry and bringing that to the table, but still keeping it authentic by giving you the whole package. Another aspect we can discuss when it comes to the appeal of Scarlxrd is simply the beast inside of him that we all have inside of us. Now, when I say this, what exactly am I talking about here? I'm simply talking about the natural parts of being a human being, which is sometimes being angry and frustrated. Scarlxrd is serving as what I think is a very positive outlet for you to express all those feelings by listening to his music. Keep in mind, it's an evil world we live in, which means a lot of people use that anger inside of them by doing some crazy shit like shooting up a goddamn school and killing innocent people. And the good thing about Scarlxrd is those dark, sinister, aggressive feelings get released when you are listening to his music. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is Scarlxrd has stopped at least one of you crazy motherfuckers out there from shooting up a school. And that's pretty much what I mean when I talk about the beast inside Scar. All those dark emotions that are pouring out of his music as he himself is unleashing the beast speaks to the listener and gives them a positive little outlet to hold on to. Along with his entire image that we talked about earlier and the sound of his music, and the fact that he does serve as a positive outlet for people, and the fact that there's a big demographic of hip hop and rap fans who need their daily dose of high energy, screaming, wild and crazy raps that Scarlxrd is supplying them with, and he's also keeping it interesting and making people stay intrigued in everything that he has going on, because he really is just a very different kind of breed in the music world. In a nutshell, that's pretty much the answer to this entire topic that we're talking about here. Whether you love him or hate him, I think it's undeniable to say that he's not completely embracing his wild self and documenting that for the world to judge. The people who don't see or understand the appeal of Scarlxrd are definitely not gonna be fans. On the other hand, the few who do are gonna go so much harder for him just because they see his vision and what he's trying to convey by being who he is. So yeah, that's pretty much the appeal of Scarlxrd. Definitely let me know what you have to say about this entire topic in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this.